with the most. Make some noise for Pablo!
I don't know. I'm just happy to see you all here. Great to see you all once again here. This whole day. Great smiles, great heads, great hair, great shirts, whatever you're wearing. It's all amazing. It's colorful. Love to see it. Creatures tall and small, you're here all. And now you're all here because you're waiting for the next Q&A, and that means that you will get to throw out your questions, throw out your enthusiasm with love and laughter and a lot of applause. Here is Bryce Dallas Howard! Laka boom, I believe, is the words they use.
Yeah, like a boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's one thing I want to say, because I know nobody's gonna ask about that, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too fond of all the Disney live remakes.
Oh.
That's a personal thing.
Okay.
One absolute exception is Pete's Dragon.
Oh.
And which I adore it.
Yeah, thank you.
So happy to meet you in real life as well.
Thank you so much, thank you.
You were in it more than Robert Redford, so that's...
Well, that's a shame.
Okay, so now that's just to say that I really love that movie. Now everybody knows and has to look it up, Pete's Dragon. Excellent music as well in that movie. I'm gonna jump in there. And I hope they have questions. Perhaps you'll even have some answers. I'm afraid to speak loudly now that I heard it drop. Great to have you on this chair here with us. I'm gonna jump into the audience. What's the safest space here to go? There's a little more room, I believe. I'm gonna try it here. Everybody do the dinosaur. Whee!
Big jump. Big jump.
Here we are. My legs are a little shorter now. Let's see, you had a question?
If you could play in a sequel to any of your movies, which one would it be and why?
Ooh. Gosh, you know what, it's not a movie. It's a show, but an episode of Black Mirror that I did. I'd want to see what happens next. You know, definitely that would be one that I would be interested in.
Those are rather tempting to know how it goes on.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that in the end everything turns
Worked out, definitely.
Generally it's...
Definitely. I mean, but never in Black Mirror. That's why there's not an episode. It worked out.
Hi again.
Hello.
It was nice to meet you today.
Yeah, you as well.
Again about Mando and Skeleton Crew. Do you maybe have of course, while you were directing, do you maybe have a funny story from directing from backstage?
Oh my gosh, so many, too many. Let me think. See, what's flipping through my head are all the naughty stories, like all the things that I shouldn't really tell. But one thing that was really fun, that was a great memory for me, was the first episode of Mandalorian that I directed was in the first season, and it was before anyone knew about Grogu. So we had to keep it a secret. And there were children meant to be in my episode. And if there's one thing that we know we can count on children for, it's not keeping a secret. And so we ended up casting kids that were often like, it was like a total Nepo baby situation. It was like people who were related to people on the show so that the adults could constantly say for a year, like, do not tell anyone about Baby Yoda. And so my kids are in that episode, and you can see them in the background. And for an entire year, I had to remind them every single day to not tell anybody about Baby Yoda, which they didn't.
We know friends are coming over, but we're not gonna talk about the Baby Yoda.
What are we not gonna talk about? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Hi Bryce, nice to meet you.
Hi, you too.
Took Yoda with me, Baby Yoda with me.
Oh, I love it.
There he is. But my question is about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Is there a deleted scene that you was sad not to see back in the movie?
Oh man, Gosh.
Wow, they're really digging for it here.
Yeah, no, these are good questions. Was there a deleted scene in Fallen Kingdom that I missed? No. No, there wasn't. I mean, I think that in the first Jurassic World, there was a scene where I put the poop all over, like the dinosaur poop, all over my chest. And that was a pretty funny scene where I'm like putting dinosaur poop everywhere, and then Chris Pratt is like, "You didn't have to do that much." That was really fun, and I remember when that was cut out, I was like, "Oh, that was a fun scene." And I can't think of anything for Fallen Kingdom. Yeah.
Excellent story. Yeah, I move around.
Yes,
It's
I
like
see you.
sometimes when I host these things, I try to explain to people that all water on planet Earth at some point was dinosaur urine. Because they existed for 150 million years, so it's conceivable to say that every drop of water has been drunk by a dinosaur
Yeah, and then peed out.
and peed out. So
Yeah,
we're
it
all
is
like
conceivable.
we're all 70% dinosaur related in that way. It's a fun thing to know for parties and family gatherings.
I love science. I love science so much.
Hello, Bryce.
Hi.
Hi, I was wondering how you describe the imagination of Steven Spielberg and his idea to all this establishment of Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Your experience.
Yes.
Also, to comparison. The
Oh
whole
my
thing.
gosh. Well, I think nothing compares to Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, I mean, that's how great a film it is. It's birthed how many movies? Seven movies, my gosh. And it comes down to Michael Crichton, what Michael Crichton created, and Steven Spielberg. And just the quality of the filmmaking. I mean, this was during a time when blockbusters weren't really as much a thing, and Jurassic was hugely a part of establishing kind of like the Hollywood blockbuster, because it was a movie that had everything. That's what Steven Spielberg does. He creates movies that have everything for everyone. So it's, incredible relationships, character, it's funny, it's dramatic, it's adventurous, there's dinosaurs. He knows how to kind of touch on every single genre when he's making a film in some way, shape, or form. And it's true mastery. It's really incredible. Yeah, thank you.
To your left in the front here.
Oh, there you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, I had a question about behind the scenes stuff, because you do acting and also direct and all that stuff. So I was wondering, what department in film did you appreciate now more than that you did when you first started acting?
Oh my gosh, that's an excellent. Okay, and I have an answer for you. So when I was a kid, I was very, very lucky, very privileged growing up. I grew up kind of on movie sets because my dad was an actor and he's now a director, and so I got to spend a lot of time on movie sets. And the department that I was always the most impressed with were the assistant directors, the ADs. This is as a child. I would always look at the first AD and be like, what's that job? I want that job. Now, bear in mind, now that I've shared this with a bunch of ADs, they're like, you made the right choice not being an AD, because it's a very, very, very hard job. So ADs, PAs, I'm very impressed with, but the department that I really didn't realize oh God, there's so many though. There's so many. Okay, so camera department never stops working. They never get a break. Never, ever, not the whole day. Sound department, those booms are so heavy. They are so, so heavy, and people don't realize it. And especially actors, we think like, oh, we'll just do a series, we'll do the line again, and again, and someone is there like it is so intense. And so, yeah, I didn't know until I was working a lot how heavy that boom is and how impressive the sound department is.
So the sound department.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Hello, Bryce Howard.
Hi.
My question is, when you were filming the Jurassic World movies, how was it like to film with the dinosaurs that you couldn't see since they're mostly CGI?
Well, I have very good news for you. Yes, there was CGI, but most of the dinosaurs eventually were animatronics. So it was like we were with like these robot dinosaurs. It was incredible. I used to say Jurassic World, AKA no acting required, because it really feels real. And so the first movie, the dying Apatosaurus, that was an animatronic. And then on the second movie, the T-Rex that I rode on the top of, Blue was an animatronic. They had a bunch of animatronics. And then on the final one, they had, I think it like 20, 25 animatronics. Right behind you, I'm gonna wave to your friend right behind you.
Hello, Bryce.
Hi.
First of all, loved you in all the Jurassic World movies.
Thank you.
Yesterday evening, I was rewatching Spider-Man 3 again. How was it for you to work with Tobey Maguire?
Great. It was great. I mean, I thought Spider-Man 2, when Spider-Man 2 came out, I was like, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like it was ingenious, and what Sam Raimi did was incredible. And Tobey Maguire at that time was really known as a quite a serious actor. And so to get to see him in that role and in a way it was almost like it set the standard for these superhero movies, that you cast people who are really, really, really serious about their work, you know? And so that was Tobey. I mean, him and Peter Parker are one and the same. I mean, he really, really devoted himself to that, and it was awesome getting to be his Gwen Stacy. Thank you.
Hi Bryce, thanks for coming out to Comic-Con Holland.
Of course.
I've got a question about The Village. I thought you did a phenomenal job there as Ivy, and I still haven't recovered from the ending of that movie. And actually the question is like, how was it working on that movie with, you know, was there a lot of secrecy around the script or on production side? How was that?
Yeah, very much so. So this is a movie called The Village, which was my first movie that I ever made. And it was directed by a director, M. Night Shyamalan. And there was a lot of secrecy, for sure. With Night Shyamalan projects, there always are, because he often does a twist, and you don't want to give away the twist. And because it was my first movie, he made a point of really making himself available if I needed to ask questions, rehearse, anything. So a couple times a week for about 6 months, I would drive to his farm in Pennsylvania, and we would rehearse. And then by the time the other actors got involved, we ended up all renting a house together, and so we were all living together, which was incredible, absolutely incredible. And so yes, there's a lot of, you know, you have to be able to keep secrets if you do an M. Night Shyamalan film. But once you're in there, it's very warm, very inclusive, and it was a wonderful experience for me. It changed my life, that movie. Thank you.
Right in front of you.
Yeah.
Hello, I have a question about your directing efforts.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but you have almost the same career as your father. He started as an actor, then he became a director. You too, you started as an actress, now you direct also The Mandalorian, AHSOKA, Pets documentary.
Yeah.
And I heard you're making a new version of Flight of the Navigator, if that's true. So what can we expect, and what is the result? What are you thinking about the future? Will you direct more and stop acting, or will you combine both? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. And it's an honor to be compared to my dad. Everything that I do, he did, but like 30 years in advance. Like as a child, he was an actor, and he was directing feature films by the time he was 23 years old, which is really, really, really impressive. So I love directing. I love it so much, and I would love to continue to do it as much as possible. I mean, I guess what is the question specifically?
What is the question specifically? Will you combine both, or will you stop acting and going for a directing career?
Right. Oh, right, because my dad stopped acting. Yeah, I don't want to stop acting. I don't want to stop acting because I learned so much every time I act from the directors that I get to work with. So I hope that I always get to keep acting. But directing is my main priority right now. And I've absolutely loved getting to do all the stuff that I've gotten to do in the Star Wars universe, working with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. They're magnificent. So I hope I get to do more. I do. Thank you. And Flight of the Navigator, as of now, is not happening. Tragically, no.
Never say never, but as of now, not.
Yeah.
Hi, Bryce. Nice
Hi.
to meet you early today.
Good to meet you.
You have directed episodes of The Mandalorian. You did voice acting for Star Wars now. What of those two is the most? Because I heard in that voice acting can still be difficult. So my question is, what is for you the difficult? What is difficult, or what do you like more to do? And why you don't have acting in Star Wars yet?
Well, thank you. Too busy directing, getting to direct, which I love. And I'm trying to think what. Wait, go back to what was the first part of your question?
Yeah, the first part of my question is that you're directing
Yes.
and you did voice acting.
The voice acting and the directing.
What is the difficult? So,
Acting.
Sorry.
Acting is harder than directing. In
Yeah.
my opinion, acting is
Okay.
harder than directing.
That was the question, yeah.
Yeah, acting is harder than directing, but that's just in my opinion. You know, not everyone feels that way. But what was really cool about Yaddle and getting to be the voice of Yaddle is that it was Dave Filoni who was directing me. So I trust him completely. And because at first I was kind of scared. I was like, wait, what? You want me to do the voice of Yaddle? Like, what does Yaddle sound like? Does she speak backwards? Like, what is it? And he explained, no, Yaddle does not speak backwards. That was only a Yoda thing, and that was because Yoda's master spoke like that. It wasn't because his species speaks like that. So that, I was like, that's a good answer to that question. So yeah, it was very fun because it was Dave. But in general, acting I find to be a little harder than directing.
You were fearing already that, like in the Red Room in Twin Peaks, that you would have to learn all your lines backwards so that they could turn them back around again?
Yes, yeah, no.
Acting in Star Wars. What do you like to do?
Oh, I mean, if they asked me to do anything in Star Wars, I would say yes. I wouldn't hesitate.
So you all send letters now to Disney?
Hi, nice to meet you. I had a question about your acting. How do you emotionally prepare for a character?
Well, I mean, I think it's mostly about understanding the character, really trying to. I like to create a little bit of a backstory. I like to know why they're doing things. Sometimes you can tell the writer that and they'll be like, cool. And sometimes you tell them that, they're like, that's not the backstory. So, it's just whatever sort of triggers me and makes sense for me. That's what I try to hold on to. I also really, this is like a very actory answer, but I really like actions, which are, they're verbs. So for every single line, I really like to kind of come up with an action for every line. It's very fun. Are you an actor?
No.
But you knew what actions are. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Are you a director?
No.
Well, you better be.
I should.
It has begun now. Soon you will.
Another question. Do you have a character you want to play, in the future?
I want to act with my dad. I want my dad to direct me in something. I would love to act like that, but I'm always surprised when I'm kind of cast in something. I don't dream a lot about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. So yeah.
Hey Bryce. My question was, how was it working with Chris Pratt?
The best. Chris Pratt is the best. He's the greatest. He is so funny and sweet and earnest, and he's all heart, and he's just a great dad, and he's awesome. I love Chris.
Right in front here.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. What was your favorite scene to film from one of the 3 Jurassic movies? And
I could just start there.
Yeah.
So my favorite scene to shoot in all of the Jurassic movies. I loved the moment where I have the flare right before the T-Rex comes out. That's very fun. Oh, thank you. Yeah, T-Rex. But the most fun to film was the scene in Dominion with the Therizinosaurus, where I go under the water and then the dinosaur is like sniffing me out and stuff. That was very, very, very fun, and I loved it so much that I remember the dates. I shot that scene July 22nd and 23rd in 2020. So yeah, very fun.
And which one was your favorite in general? Which movie?
I think the first is my favorite just because we didn't know. The first of Jurassic World. I mean, of the whole franchise, it's Jurassic Park is my favorite. But of my experience, the first one, because we didn't know whether or not we were going to get to do more movies. So we really savored it. And it was just, it was kind of a magical time. Chris hadn't, like Guardians of the Galaxy hadn't come out yet. So he wasn't as big a star as he is now. And it was just, it was a good time. It was a really good time for all of us.
To your right here.
Hi, Bryce. My question is, if it's possible, you came back of Gwen Stacy in Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars, or in a live action movie of Miles Morales.
Well, thank God for the multiverse. Very happy about the multiverse. I actually got to thank the creators of that the other day, and I was just like, thanks for keeping Gwen Stacy alive. But yeah, I would, if anyone at Marvel ever wanted anything to do with my Gwen Stacy, of course, I would love to be a part of it.
Hi, Bryce.
Hi.
Thank you for our meeting tomorrow.
Of course, yeah.
I have a question. Is there a small possibility that you come back in the Jurassic World franchise?
Well, that isn't a conversation right now, and rightly so. I mean, these movies are about the dinosaurs, and it's wonderful to get to have other actors come in and experience Jurassic and be part of that legacy of storytelling. And I loved that we called them the legacy actors. I loved that Sam Neill and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum came back in Dominion and Jeff in Fallen Kingdom. And so of course, similar to Gwen Stacy, if they ever asked me, I would do it in a second.
Over here.
Hi, Bryce. Hi. I wanted to thank you first because my mom and I love the Jurassic World.
Oh, thank
we
you.
have really different tastes, really different.
So it's the thing that you share.
But it's the most loving memories with your films. And because of that, because your father is also in the show business, how are your tastes together, and which movie franchise do you like to watch together?
Oh, yeah, my dad and I, it's interesting. We kind of we're very similar as people, but we do have slightly different taste. He likes dramas. I don't. I hate dramas. Like, I don't like dramas. I'm like, where's the action? Where's the comedy? Like, I need to be laughing. Like, I really need to have a good laugh. I mean, I've acted in a few dramas. And you got to try things a few times, but yeah, that's the thing that I struggle with that he doesn't. He absolutely loves dramas, but honestly, we just like a good time at the movies. We're a family that goes to the movies a lot, goes to the movie theaters a lot. If one movie is doing great, then that means the business is doing great. So we just try to kind of cheer everything on. So yeah.
One little last favor to ask. Because of that, my mom's birthday is today. So can you just say happy birthday to her? Like,
yes.
Her name is Kati.
Kati, happy birthday! Oh my goodness,
you.
Happy birthday!
You're such a sweetheart.
Oh, that's
Thank
wonderful.
Let's see, here, yeah.
Thank you. Hi, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about Twilight, because you were in the third movie, and if you had like any fun fact or any experience to share.
Yeah, I mean, that was a wild experience. I was a fan before I was involved in that, and I was Team Edward, and I had little stickers that my friend made for me with Robert Pattinson's face, and under it it said "Live dangerously," because I was just like so obsessed. So everyone in my life was very worried about me going onto that set. They were like, "Are you going to be able to be a normal person?" I was like, "I don't know." But yeah, there are lots of great memories. One in particular that I remember is Robert Pattinson is a very, very, very sweet guy. Very sweet guy. And kind of innocent. He's incredibly bright, very intelligent, but earnest, very, very sweet. And I don't think he realized how famous he was, honestly, then. He didn't. And he was looking for a bike to ride around the city, and he like couldn't find a bike, and so he got like a kid's bike, like literally a child's bike. And he was like, yeah, and then I can bike around the city in that. And I was like, Robert, you are not allowed to be caught by the paparazzi cycling around on a children's bike. Like, that's very strange. It's very, that's very, very weird. And he's just sort of like, yeah, this is the bike that I got. So, you know, he's just one of those very sincere, genuine, authentic people who's also very adorable.
Oh, Rob.
Oh, Rob.
Final questions here.
Hi, Bryce.
Hi.
Hope you've been enjoying the Netherlands so far.
I have.
That's great.
Thank you.
And we have one short question for you. What's your favorite dinosaur?
Yes! At last!
I loved it in sync. I love the Brachiosaurus. And I love the Brachiosaurus because of a movie called Land Before Time. That I love that movie. I named my dog Littlefoot growing up. So I loved Littlefoot, I love the Brachiosaurus, I loved Land Before Time. Oh my gosh, you're back. Wow, incredible. That jump over there was dangerous. I don't know if you should keep doing that.
It's one of those things that looks more dangerous than it actually is.
Okay.
I would say I would ask everybody to do it, but it would be total chaos. So let's not, people. If because this was the last question. If they have any more questions, you're here all day still.
Yes. I'll be here all day.
You just look for there's a banner which has your face on it, smiling and happy, and you're below there. Well, your head is bigger on the banner, of course.
Yes.
And if you have any more questions, just go over and you can ask a question, maybe get an autograph or anything. Bryce will be there.
Yeah.
It's a joy to have you on stage here.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your questions.
Thank you.
And thank you for all of the stories.
Thank you.
Bryce, Dallas, Howard.
Thank you.
Bryce, Dallas, Howard, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.